Hello, friends. Today we dive into one of the most haunting tragedies of modern exploration. June 18th, 2023. At 9:30 in the morning, 5 people stepped into a small, experimental submersible named Titan. Their destination was the most famous shipwreck in history, the RMS Titanic, resting nearly 4 kilometers beneath the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. The Titanic sank more than a century ago, yet its story still grips our imagination. For some, the allure of seeing it with their own eyes became the ultimate adventure. The company OceanGate offered an extreme form of tourism. A seat inside Titan cost more than 20 million rupees, or around $250,000. But what these passengers were about to face was not an adventure, but a catastrophe. The wreck of the Titanic lies at a depth of 3,810 meters. That is 12,500 feet below the ocean surface. To put this into perspective, that is deeper than Mount Vesuvius is tall. Reaching this site takes more than 2 hours in the crushing darkness of the deep ocean. Titan was designed to send signals every 15 minutes back to its support ship, the Polar Prince. For the first hour and 45 minutes, everything seemed normal. Then suddenly, without warning, the signals stopped. The Polar Prince waited desperately, hoping the link would return. But silence stretched into dread. By evening, 7:10 p.m., the U.S. Coast Guard was alerted. Search efforts began instantly, involving ships, aircrafts, sonar, and deep-sea robots. The world watched as resources from several countries joined forces to find Titan, trapped somewhere in a vast 25,000 square kilometer search zone. But what rescuers eventually found was heartbreaking debris from Titan scattered across the seafloor near the Titanic site. Experts confirmed the chamber had imploded instantly, crushing everyone on board in less than the blink of an eye. To understand why we must look at Titan itself, it was never a true submarine. It could not operate independently. It needed a support ship above. Titan was built by OceanGate under the leadership of CEO Stockton Rush in 2009. It was designed to reach depths of 4,000 meters, but its unconventional design raised questions from the very beginning. At 3,800 meters, no sunlight reaches the ocean floor. Pressure is more than 400 times greater than at the surface. This is a realm of darkness and mystery, where even giant squids live in silence. Exploring here requires engineering that leaves no room for error. Titan weighed more than 10,000 kilograms. It carried 5 people inside a chamber no larger than a minivan. Its hull was built with a mix of carbon fiber and titanium, materials never before tested at such depths. Instead of traditional controls, it relied on a video game controller. Many experts were alarmed by these choices, warning they were not safe for manned deep-sea missions. On this tragic dive, the passengers included Hamish Harding, a billionaire adventurer known for record-breaking expeditions; Paul-Henri Nargeolet, a French Titanic expert who had visited the wreck dozens of times; Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman, from one of Pakistan's most prominent families; and Stockton Rush himself, the man who believed Titan would change the future of undersea travel. As the hours passed, ships and aircraft scanned the waves. Sonar buoys searched for faint sounds underwater. As the hours passed, ships and aircraft scanned the waves. Sonar buoys searched for faint sounds underwater. As the hours passed, ships and aircraft scanned the waves. Sonar buoys searched for faint sounds underwater. Then came chilling reports. Faint banging noises were detected at intervals, as if someone was striking the hull from the inside. But hope soon faded. Sad. The truth was far more tragic. Experts revealed Titan had imploded shortly after losing contact. The pressure of the ocean at that depth is unimaginable. More than 5,500 pounds per square inch. When Titan's carbon fiber hull failed, the collapse was instant. The lives of all 5 men ended in a fraction of a second. Faster than the brain can even register pain.
Why did this happen? Experts say the carbon fiber material was never designed for repeated deep dives, unlike steel or titanium. It weakens with cycles of pressure. Stockton Rush had been warned repeatedly by engineers and even by industry veterans, including filmmaker James Cameron, who himself has explored the Titanic many times. Cameron compared the tragedy of Titan to the arrogance that doomed the original Titanic in 1912. Letters and reports predicted disaster years before, yet warnings were ignored.
At some point, safety just is pure waste. I mean, if
Stockton Rush believed innovation required breaking rules. But in the deep ocean, the laws of physics cannot be bent. Hubris led to tragedy. In the aftermath, the world mourned 5 lives lost and asked hard questions about the risks of extreme adventure tourism. The story of Titan is more than a headline. It is a warning. Safety rules exist for a reason. When ignored, consequences can be fatal. Just as the Titanic once taught us over a century ago, Titan has now become another symbol of human ambition colliding with nature's unforgiving power. Friends, the ocean hides many secrets, but one truth stands clear beneath its waves. Safety must always come first. May the lives lost aboard Titan remind us that no dream, no matter how daring, is worth more than human life.